Let's talk about why it's important. The biggest reason why self-love is important is... What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. As always, today's hot topic is gonna be self-love. Self-love is always a hot topic, but I feel like a lot of people really don't know what self-love is and how to practice self-love. It's just one of those things that everybody talks about, but ain't nobody giving tips. I'm about to give y'all some tips and talk about self-love and kind of what that means. There are about 4 principles about self-love, and we're going to get into them today. And then I'm going to end with telling you why self-love is important and why self-love is non-negotiable in your life. So the first part about self-love is accepting yourself, and that means flaws and all. The reason why it's important to accept your entire self, because baby, ain't nobody out here perfect. We need to celebrate the things that we love about ourselves. I don't care how big, how small, we need to celebrate the things that we love about ourselves, because what happens is that's gonna build your confidence. That's gonna let you know what your strengths are. Once you have your confidence and you know what your strengths are, you are really going to reach goals. You're gonna believe in yourself. You're gonna believe in yourself when no one else believes in you. Every morning when you wake up, you are it. You already know you poppin'. So why do you need somebody else to tell you that? That's what self-love is. You know you are popping. You know you out here. You know you winning. You need to love yourself so much that the opinion of other people, that don't faze you. That don't faze you, because guess what? I love me. I already know what I struggle with. I know my flaws. So you point out my flaws. That's not going to hurt me. It's going to be really hard for people to knock your dreams, knock your hustle, knock your grind, or just knock you down because you believe in you. You have self-love for yourself. So you're not about to let the opinions of other people bring you down. A part of self-love is knowing I want to change this about myself. However, it's a work in progress. If it's something that can't really be fixed, you learn to love that about yourself. So for example, for me, I have rheumatoid arthritis. So some days the ankles is a little weak and I limp, and y'all, it drives me insane. Because number one, like, you know how hard it is to be confident with a gangster lean? And then you have people, everybody always asking, why are you limping? What'd you do to your leg? And then I say, well, I have arthritis. Oh, you're too young for arthritis. Like, no, I'm not. I have it. So that's an example of something that I can't change. So I'm learning to accept it. Let's say I'm excited about something or I wanted to do something, but now I'm limping because my RA's in a flare. I'm not about to let that stop me anymore. I love myself. It's a part of me at this point. So I just got to accept it. But I'm not going to hold y'all. If it is something that I can change, baby, I'm changing it immediately. But I can't. So it's something that I just have to accept. I embrace it. I take the good with the bad and keep it pushing. If it's something that you can change, by all means, change it. Whatever you got to do, if you can afford it to change it, change it. I'm here for it. That's why I don't judge people who get BBLs or get tummy tucks and things like that. Because baby, they seen something they didn't like about themselves and they changed it. And some people can say that's not self-love. Why ain't it? We all have things. If we could change it about ourselves, we would. It doesn't mean you hate yourself. It just means this is something that makes me insecure or I'm not happy with, so I'm going to change it. It's no different with me. I was tired of how my body was looking. I started back working out and getting back right. It's the same thing. Some people just take a different route. Some people don't have the time and the patience to really go through the whole weight loss journey. If they have the money and that's what they want to do, then baby, let them express their self-love for themselves. That's how I feel. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. If I could tuck this tummy, if I had the extra funds to tuck this tummy, I probably would. And it doesn't mean that I don't love myself. It means I love myself that much more to make an investment in myself. And I'm not condoning surgery or anything like that. I'm just saying, if you can fix it however you want to fix it, do that. Do what makes you happy and what makes you feel confident. And if you want to go get that BBL or get that tummy snatched, I'm here for it. Y'all know I love Cardi. She didn't like her teeth. She went and got her teeth fixed. That is self-love. Investing in yourself and investing in something that makes you feel better, that is very much self-love. If it's something you didn't like, because we all have flaws, you fixed it. People gonna say what they gonna say, but okay, it was about me and making me happy, and I'm happy now, so the job is done. With me, something I can change is this limp. So I have to embrace other aspects of myself. Girl, you still cute. You still walking. You still doing it. And every day is not a bad day. You just have to figure out which method is going to work for you. Sometimes you have to gas yourself up extra if you have something that you really just can't change. And that's okay, because ain't nobody on this earth perfect whatsoever. The second part of self-love and what self-love means is prioritizing your needs and your wants. You need to prioritize the things that you want and the things that you need in life. Period. What makes you happy? What makes you feel good? And know that it's going to look different for everybody. That's why it's not one size fits all. If you're a person you like to travel, see new things, if you don't have people around you that want to do that, you're going to have to be okay with doing it by yourself because you're prioritizing your needs. And that's hard, especially like for me, I'm very much an introvert. So doing things by myself is a little hard, but I'm going to start doing that more because people are not always going to be around or not always going to be interested in what you want to do. And a part of self-love is making sure you're still doing those things for you. Same thing with alone time. If you just need space to be away from everybody in your household, do that. That is a form of self-love. If you know that having alone time for yourself, getting away from your entire household, which is normal, by the way, if you know that, do that. Some people, again, they'll call it selfish, but I call it self-love. It's okay to be selfish if that's what they calling it. Honey, be selfish. Forget what them people say, and then you can come back and you'll be a better you, and then they're gonna be even happier. So if that's what you gotta do, that's what you gotta do. If there's something, let's say you used to do that you no longer do anymore for whatever reason, get back to doing that. Figure out a way how you can get back to doing that, because at one point that made you happy. That's something that you need to do for yourself and for your happiness. Get back to doing those things, and it's priority. It's a non-negotiable. If you really want to practice self-love, you have to prioritize the things that you want and you need. You can't put everybody else above you. And then when you have nothing left to give, you're sitting there stuck like, dang. And if you're a mom, all your kids are grown, you're no longer fueled, or you don't have a life outside of your kids because you never took time to prioritize what you wanted and you needed. You have to do that for yourself. And while you're doing that, we're also going to do number 3, which is setting boundaries. Setting boundaries is major key in my DJ Khaled voice. You need to set boundaries. And I had to learn this because I was very much a people pleaser pretty much all my life. Being a people pleaser is one of the most exhausting things because you're constantly, I should have done that. Oh my gosh, is this person going to be upset? Is this person going to be upset? I'm spending too much time trying to worry about what other people are going to think or how they're going to act. No, I'm setting boundaries. You need to set boundaries. If it's something that you don't want to do or you don't feel comfortable doing, like, no, nah, I'm not doing it. Sorry, not sorry. You need to set boundaries. And I'm talking about on everybody. It's a little different at these here jobs. Set boundaries if you can, but don't lose your job listening to me. Another thing with setting boundaries is stop letting people into your life or into your space that don't respect those boundaries. The days of having people disrupt your peace in the name of being cordial or being peaceful are gone, because you know you don't want to be around this person. You don't want to deal with this person. So why are we dealing with this person? Why are we being around this person? Because you don't love yourself enough to set that boundary. And of course, there's different instances where you can't control it, but the things that you can control, we are going to do, because we love ourselves too much to not have those boundaries respected. And the last thing, if you have to be around those people for whatever reason, you cannot let people talk to you and treat you any kind of way. Absolutely not. Because would you treat yourself that way? Does that feel okay if you would to do that to yourself? Would you do that to somebody else? If the answer was no, they out of here. Like, you can't talk to me any kind of way. And if you do, I'm going to have to check you about it. You cannot allow that. That is not loving yourself. You have to love yourself more than to let anybody talk to you any kind of way. You have to place boundaries on people. Some people just don't get it and they never will get it, but your self-love is way more important than trying to make them understand. If they don't get it, they just don't get it. But whenever you stop going around them or they stop seeing you or hearing from you, they gonna get it. Sometimes the silent cutoff gets the point across better than you would have been able to anyway. The last principle of self-love is forgiving yourself. One thing that I can't stand to hear somebody say, I'll never forgive myself for whatever. However, I will never forgive myself from freezing up when I had the opportunity to meet Jeezy. Y'all, I love Jeezy. He was like 4 steps ahead of me and I froze. Other than that, I am going to forgive myself. You have to learn how to forgive yourself. You are human. You are going to mess up. You are going to make mistakes. Like I keep saying, ain't nobody perfect out here. We gonna mess up. Players mess up. We just do. It happens. You have got to forgive yourself. You have got to let it go. It's something that you messed up. You learn from it. You keep pushing. But all this, like, I'm so stupid or I'm so dumb because I can't do this. I can never do this right. That is all negative self-talk. And I just told y'all not to let nobody talk to you crazy. So why are you talking to yourself crazy? It is the same thing. Don't talk to yourself crazy. Forgive yourself and keep it pushing. Because I know a lot of y'all done forgave that man or that woman 50,000 times. Why can't you forgive yourself? Please make it make sense to me, because it's not. You need to forgive yourself. It's okay. We learn, we grow, we keep evolving. Forgive yourself for not being where you want to be. Stop saying I should be this far, or this person has already done this. You're not that person. Your path was different. That is okay. Think about how far you have come. That's something that you should be celebrating. Don't sit here and beat yourself up for every little mistake that you have done, because it's going to be a long life of you beating yourself up. I'm just saying, learn from it, keep it going, and just know it may even happen again. You may backpedal again, but guess what? Life happens. You're human. You're still growing. You're still evolving. We are constantly growing, constantly evolving. You have got to be able to forgive yourself. So those are your 4 principles of self-love. Let's talk about why it's important. The biggest reason why self-love is important is that confidence. People that are confident can do anything, or they believe they can do anything, and they're going to keep trying to do it until they get it, because they believe in themselves. If you are giving yourself love and building your confidence and believing in yourself, it's going to be a lot easier for you to reach your goals, because you're going to believe in yourself when nobody else believes in you. And sometimes nobody else is going to believe in you. That just is what it is. That is life. Some people are not going to have the same vision as you, not going to believe in you. As long as you believe in you, that's all that matters. If you believe in yourself, you're going to make it happen. Every single time. Self-love is also important to me because I have somebody watching me. I have a little girl who needs to love herself and to understand and build that confidence for herself. But it starts with me. When babies come into this world, they're like a blank slate, and they don't teach self-love in school. I'm going to have to teach my daughter and show my daughter what self-love means. And I'm already doing that because I've set boundaries with her. I make time for myself. These are things you're never too young to learn. Honestly, the sooner you love them, the better. Self-love is super, super important, especially if you have children. You are showing them how they should be with themselves as well. Self-love sets the tone for your life. If you out here, you want to find love, you need to set the tone for how you want to be treated. You need to know what love means to you. If the person that you're trying to be with is not showing you those things and you're already giving them to yourself, why are you with this person? You need to show them and set the tone so they know, oh, this is how she wants to be loved. This is how she wants to be treated. And you reflect that in how you love yourself and how you care for yourself. If you don't know what that looks like, you need to figure it out so you can vocalize that, because you can't be mad if your partner's not showing you love if they don't know how to love you correctly. You need to be able to vocalize that, and you can't vocalize that if you don't know. Once you figure out self-love and what it means to you, practice that every single day. Show your family, show your children, show your spouse, because they need to move accordingly with you if they want to be in your space. If you keep showing them and telling them and they not moving accordingly, it ain't nothing to cut that off. Get them up out of there, because self-love is protecting your peace, making sure that you're happy and making yourself a priority. If they don't get it, then, gotta go. Self-love is the best love each and every time. Remember that, write it down, and repeat every day. I'm gonna holla at y'all in the next video.